Welcome back. If you're over 50, you've probably heard the same two lines: eat more protein and stay active. That advice is not wrong, it's just incomplete for many people. Because muscle health is not only about building, it's also about how well your cells produce energy. Today, we'll talk about one promising supplement, Urolithin A. It is not a steroid, it is not a hormone. In laboratory research, it can stimulate a cellular cleanup process called mitophagy, quality control for mitochondria, the power units inside cells. But we need to be precise. Urolithin A is not a proven standalone treatment for sarcopenia, and it is not a replacement for resistance training or adequate protein. Let's start with what human studies actually show. In a randomized trial in middle-aged adults, 4 months of Urolithin A improved one leg strength measure, hamstring peak torque, by roughly 10 to 12% compared with placebo. That's a real signal on a specific test in a specific population. But in a randomized trial in older adults, Urolithin A was safe and well tolerated. Some endurance and biomarker signals suggested potential benefit, but a key functional endpoint, 6-minute walk distance, was not significantly better than placebo in that study. So the evidence in older adults is encouraging, but not definitive. Now, why do people connect Urolithin A with foods like pomegranate? Pomegranate and some berries contain elagitannins, precursors. Your gut microbes can convert these precursors into urolithins, including Urolithin A. But not everyone converts them well. In one study, after pomegranate juice, about 40% of participants produced significant Urolithin A levels. That helps explain why food alone may not reliably raise Urolithin A in everyone. Still, it does not mean pomegranate is useless, and it does not mean protein is useless. It means biology differs. So what should an older adult do with this information safely? First priority, resistance-based exercise adapted to your abilities. This is the strongest, consistent recommendation across Sarcopenia Consensus guidance. Second priority, adequate protein and total energy intake, individualized for health status and kidney function. Third priority, address medical contributors, anemia, thyroid disease, vitamin D deficiency, medication side effects, depression, inflammatory disease, and low activity due to pain.
Now, where does Urolithin A fit? It fits as a possibly helpful add-on for some adults based on early trials, especially if fatigue and reduced performance are present, but it should not be sold as a miracle. If you choose to discuss Urolithin A with your clinician or pharmacist, here are the responsible points. Use studied doses as reference, not as self-prescription. Trials commonly used 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily. Do not start or change supplements before surgery or during serious illness without medical advice. Choose quality, reputable manufacturer, clear labeling, and ideally third-party quality testing. Watch for side effects such as stomach upset and stop if you feel unwell. Now, a quick note about timing. Some online advice says Urolithin A must be taken with fat. However, in at least one major trial, participants took capsules in the morning before breakfast on an empty stomach and still achieved bioavailability and effects. So, must take with fat or you waste money is not a responsible claim. What about creatine? Creatine monohydrate has a larger body of evidence for improving strength and lean mass, especially when combined with resistance training, and is generally considered safe for healthy adults at standard doses, with cautions for people with kidney disease or complex medical conditions. But combining creatine with urolithin A as a guaranteed stack is unproven. There is no solid clinical trial evidence that the combination is superior to the basics. Before we finish, I want clear safety rules, especially for seniors. Stop exercise and seek urgent medical care if you develop chest pain or pressure, fainting, severe shortness of breath, new neurological symptoms, or sudden new weakness. For balance concerns, train near stable support, remove home trip hazards, and consider supervised programs. Here is the honest bottom line. Resistance training and adequate protein remain the foundation. That is where the strongest evidence and the greatest real-world benefit is. Urolithin A is an interesting, promising supplement with early trial signals, especially from mitochondrial biomarkers and some performance measures, but it is not a proven standalone treatment for sarcopenia, and it should not be marketed as one.